This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. President Obama and Republican challenger Mitt Romney sparred last night in their second of 3 debates. The debate took place on the campus of Hofstra University on Long Island. Third-party candidates were barred from participating. In a moment, we'll be expanding last night's debate by including responses from 3 third-party candidates to the same questions put to the major party candidates. But we want to begin with Green Party nominee Dr. Jill Stein. On Tuesday, she and her running mate, Cheri Honkala, were arrested as they attempted to enter the debate site. Democracy Now! Was there at the time of their arrest.
We're here at the barred gates of American debates to say that we need to open up this debate and make it a full, fair, and inclusive debate.
It shouldn't just be whether or not you have billions of dollars that determine whether or not the American people can hear about your platform.
Our Green campaign is on the ballot for 85% of voters. 85% of voters deserve to know who their choices are in this election and what the real solutions are that can solve the desperate problems that we're facing. The Commission on Presidential Debates makes a mockery of democracy by conducting this fake and contrived debate. Do you have credentials?
No, you can't. Yes, we do have credentials. We've been on the ballot in 85% of the country.
This is an event. This is something that Hofstra has sponsored. It's an event, an educational experience for our faculty, our students.
It's more than that.
Run over by a car. Just slide over here. Just slide over. That's all we need to do. Come on over for a minute. You can stand here. Just slide over. Slide over here. Please.
Well, we're here to stand our ground. We're here to stand ground for the American people who have been systematically locked out of these debates for decades by the Commission on Presidential Debates. We think that this commission is entirely illegitimate, that if democracy truly prevailed, there would be no such commission, that the debates would still be run by the League of Women Voters, that the debates would be open with the criteria that the League of Women Voters had always used, which was that if you have done the work to get on the ballot, if you are on the ballot and could actually win the Electoral College by being on the ballot in enough states, that you deserve to be in the election and you deserve to be heard, and that the American people actually deserve to hear choices which are not bought and paid for by multinational corporations and Wall Street.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are obstructing the vehicle of pedestrians and traffic. If you refuse to move, you are subject to arrest. Remove them, bring them back to the rest.
Come on, man. Step up, please. Stand up.
We'll help you out. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Watch the flag. Please.
Thank you, ladies.
Who's called it up? Thank you.
Come with us, man.
Just come with us.
Thank you.
Okay, got to stay here.
All right, everybody, we're going to ask you to please move back.
Okay. Well, I'd say this is what democracy looks like in the 21st century. I'm afraid it's going to take some politics and courage here to get our democracy back. So, more to come.
Green Party candidates Jill Stein and Cheri Honkala were held for about 8 hours before being released. Dr. Stein joins us now in our studio as part of our Expanding the Debate special. But before we go to it, Jill Stein, what happened? You were arrested and held for 8 hours. Where and how?
We were held at a facility especially created for detaining protesters at the debates. It appeared to be a warehouse which had been specially equipped. It was obviously, they were prepared to handle a lot of people. They had 13 officers there and 3 plainclothesmen. For most of the time, it was just Cheri Honkala and myself, yet they felt the need to keep us in tight plastic restraints, tightly secured to metal chairs.
You were handcuffed to chairs?
We were handcuffed to chairs for the entire duration of our time there.
How long were you handcuffed to the chair?
It was about 8 hours, and we were charged only with violations, not even with misdemeanors, and yet they felt compelled, despite having 13 officers there, to keep these 2 women, mothers, handcuffed to chairs for the entire time.
Did you ask to be released?
Yes, yes. And they said, no, we couldn't be released because then we might go wandering around. And we said, well, how about if we tell you that we will stay in our chairs? And they said, no, that's not okay.
handcuffed to the chairs.
That's right.
For
that
the
was
8
their
hours.
procedure for handling people who were arrested at the debates.
Did you get to see the debate in the warehouse?
Absolutely not.
And then they released you as soon as the debate was over?
No, they held us for about another half-hour, and then they released us telling us that our car was waiting in the parking lot. It was actually a Secret Service car, apparently, that was waiting in the parking lot. We weren't allowed to make a phone call. There was no phone that was working. We didn't have ours. We had given our phones to our assistants. So it was, it took quite a bit of work to be able to borrow a cell phone from someone in a gas station. There we are in the freezing cold to even be able to find our
They didn't
staff.
give you an opportunity to make a call during this entire period of your detention?
They did. At one point, they allowed me to return a call to our lawyer. But at the time, we didn't know when we would be released. So there were no arrangements made for our pickup. And they actually told our staff that they would be arrested if they continued to wait on site. So they had to leave.
We are going to go now to our Expanding the Debate. We will be joined by not only Dr. Jill Stein, who now released, will join the debate, Justice Party presidential nominee Rocky Anderson, the former mayor of Salt Lake City, and in Rocky Mount, Virginia, Constitution Party presidential nominee Virgil Goode. We'll be going to them and Mitt Romney and President Obama in a moment.